I've decided to come on and do a video of what I'm going to be using in November, what is called to me to be used sort of this month, and that's nature. That's really sort of crazy, but my nature decks have been like shouting out to me, and animal decks and things like that. So this month, as it stands at the moment, is all nature based for me. It might be because we're turning into, you know, the winter is here and the birds and the animals need more, you know, more care. Fat balls outside and seeds and, you know, things out for the hedgehogs and everything that's about taking care of the nature. That's here. So the first deck that I'm going to show you what I'm going to use, none of these are in order because I have been using them, is of course Waking the Wild Spirit by Poppy Palin. And these have got lots of, you know, nature and your animals. I just adore this deck. It's fantastic. Look at the beavers and the berries and the deers. This is the one that is really, you know, your walks, your journeys in the winter, in the autumn. And this is, you know, as I said, my nature's decks have really been calling out to me. I've been seeing lots of squirrels about, getting their goodies to ready to hibernate, and yeah. So this is one of the decks that I will be using. It's absolutely fantastic. Love this deck. Gorgeous. You've seen the walkthrough. If you haven't, I've got one on my channel. It is absolutely beautiful. Can't praise Poppy's work enough. I think it's just beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So that is one, and the other one, the oracle that I will be using, is you would have all seen this one. It's the Wild Unknown. Again, your animals and whoop, and the birds, spiders. I notice they're coming indoors now. It's getting cold, so they're trying to find somewhere warm to be. And our gorgeous little mice. But I love this deck. I think it's gorgeous. So, and our little friends, the beavers, whoops, and the owls. And there's obviously a lot more, but if I go through them all, I'll be here forever. So, that's one of the oracles I'll be working with. No doubt I'll be working with other ones. That's the book. Gorgeous guidebook. Of course, it's by Kim Franz, and it's absolutely amazing. Fantastic book to go with the deck. Also, you're going to have to excuse me, but because I'm not in my usual position because of the lighting, I've got to try and find somewhere to put everything. I need to sort of sort everything out, really. Tarot I'm going to be working with to go with the oracle is the Wild Unknown Tarot, and again it's because it's all your animals and your, you know, your beasties and everything, and I just think, well, it just, you know, come to me. Of course you've got your pips, that these wanted to be used, so I will be working quite heavily with these. Looks like a face in the mountain. And your feathers and your, all your gorgeous things. So that is another deck that I shall be working with. Also, I'll be setting up my planners and, you know, trying to get all my planners in order and everything to ready for next year and things. So I think, you know, as well as getting ready for Christmas, we have got quite a lot to be getting into in November. This one, which I love feathers and stones and crystals and combs. Oh, I've done that poetry, didn't I? All these sort of things. So, of course, our birds which need a lot of care this time of year. No, absolutely beautiful. I've got 2 magpies and 2 crows what come every day for a little visit. These cards are gorgeous, gorgeous cardstock, beautiful. They feel really lovely. They're just really beautiful. You've got your feather on the back corresponding to your bird, and your little message down the front, and you've got a lovely little book with it, with your explanation, you know, your energies, the seasons, the elements, the colours, the affirmations, and also a bit about each bird. And this is by Alison De Nicola, and the artwork is by David Shearer. And they're just absolutely beautiful. They come in a little box, and they are called the Divine Feather Messenger. Messages of healing, inspiration and wisdom. And like I say, they come in your little box. It's quite a dandy little box, quite sturdy. And yep. And your little book fits in there, and you've got your little top, which is gorgeous. So that is the Divine Feather Messenger deck, which is beautiful. And the last deck that I've picked to show is one that you might have seen. It's The Archetypes by Kim Krans. I love her stuff. I love her tarot. I love the way that her art, the art. I just love everything about her. And I read a piece in here. There's so much information in this book. It's crazy. I mean, it explains to you, you know, what the intentions are of the archetypes. It's like your psyche, your depth, your psychology, spirituality, creativity, the deck, awakening the archetypes, and what an archetype means. It's got arc plus type here, and it says the original of its kind, the first image, the inherited emerging pattern, the initial and eternal energy. So it does go into a lot of things, and it says about the archetypes versus the stereotypes. So it goes, archetypes live in the big beautiful cosmos, swirling with potential. Stereotypes live in a small box with a tight lid. Let's imagine we pass somebody on the street. When we stereotype, we reduce them. We make assumptions, limit, judge, assess, decide. We understand their complexity. We think we know their story. Most devastatingly, we deem ourselves as separate. No need to listen, no need to learn. This is done unconsciously, out of fear. With stereotypes comes the pain of contraction. If, however, we relate to this person archetypally, I hope I said that right, we become curious. We see coexisting potentials within them. We see their struggle and their shine. We realise they are unknowable and multi-layered. We begin to relate and reveal, heal and connect. We see ourselves in them and them in us. All this can happen within a split second, without their knowing. With archetypes comes the freedom of expansion. Everything belongs. And it's just, again, wonderful book, 223 pages. Beautiful feel of what Kim Krans things are. It's published by HarperOne. Absolutely beautiful. And the box that it comes in says accept all and reject none. And I think that's really important in this day and age. You know, we accept everybody, we don't reject anybody. And especially sort of within this community, You know, it's important for people to stick together, to feel supported, to feel wanted, to feel a part of, without judging them, without, you know, looking and thinking, oh, no, you know, give everybody a chance. This is the little box that comes in within the box. It is a round deck. I've got 2 round decks now. I've got this and I've got the mini mother piece. And because you can read them different directions in the book, it, you know, it explains and it goes into the deep part and then the round and the outer part. But they are beautiful. Cardstock, great. They're just wonderful. I think it'd be quite cool to use these with the Mystical Dreamer Tarot if you wanted to pull one oracle at the end for a confirmation or conclusion. I think that'd be quite cool to do that. The Unseen, love that one. But it is just beautiful. The shadow. I mean, you can work that shadow self. That's the backs of the cards. And they are matte, they're not glossy. The self. You know, in our inner self. What do we radiate? What do we see? What do we want to be? How do we want to be seen by other people? Does it matter how other people see us? But yeah, and these are beautiful. And what she says in the book is that, you know, you can be looking for an ocean, but an ocean will start with the top of the mountain, the tip of the mountain, and that will run down and come out and go into the sea. And in the mountain is you, maybe your hopes and your dreams, or however you want it. Whoops, sorry. And there's the ocean. And it's just, these are just beautiful. Love them. The bridge, love that one. But yeah, so they are, to me, they're, personally, my opinion, I love them, and I think they're going to work, or they would work wonderfully with the Mystical Dream Tarot. And they are, if I can just look at the front, like I say, they're in your normal box, what you get with your Wild Unknown things, but I can't recommend them enough. I love the books. I mean, everybody's got their different opinions of what they like, what they don't like, but if you're going for something, you know, maybe you want to work with something different, maybe you want to go, you know, into yourself, maybe you want to find the connections between people and things, you know, how things connect in your mind and how they relate to people and the world around you and what's going on within yourself, you know, what is holding you back, causing a blockage, helping you be free, you know, and you can put them in different places. And as we know with the Unknown, with the decks by Kim Krans, she goes by, you know, it's very sort of elemental. So I thought that'd be fantastic to work with this Tarot Elements by Melissa Sonova, because I absolutely love her things. The kitchen, the kitchen table tarot, her book, fantastic. In this one, it's I have done a few, but I'll just read you what it says. Introduction. Can you fix my life? Chapter 1, how do element readings work? Chapter 2, how to read tarot cards. Chapter 3, Earth, a reading to shelter you. Chapter 4, Air, a reading to help you breathe. Chapter 5, Fire, a reading to light the way. Chapter 6, Water, a reading to help you float. Chapter 7, Spirit, a reading to bring you connection. Chapter 8, Additional Spreads for Clarity. And Chapter 9, Self-Care. You know, it's just a really good book, and it has got the exercises and, you know, all the things in it. All the decks that I've mentioned have all got, you know, spreads in their books. So I do like a good guidebook, especially if it's something that's, you know, unusual to me, and I like to see how the creators of the deck came to the conclusions of, or came to the image of what they've got in the deck. How did they come to that image? Where did that image come from? Where did that connect in their mind? You know, where did they see it? Was it something that just sort of pinged? Was that, you know, where did that come from? I love to hear all the backstories and everything to the decks and the insights into the cards, which I think gives you a little bit of an insight into the creator and a little bit about their psyche and about the way that they work, the way they perceive things, and also a clearer view of your own understanding of how to work with them in your own way, of course, because I think you have to work in your own way with every deck that you get. You know, it may be a mass-produced deck, but it's still going to be a personal deck to you when you get it, and you're going to see things and understand things, and things are going to be clear to you that other people may not see, or they'll see in a different way or different light. Well, anyway, they're the things that I'm going to be working with in November. Thank you so much for dropping in and sitting with me for these 20 minutes, nearly 20 minutes. It's been absolutely wonderful. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you soon. All right? Bye-bye, my lovelies.